Hello, I'm Pam, and this is my channel, Made by Pam. So today is July 1st, 2022. Hashtag Friday Sews. You know, the weeks just go by just like that. Craziness. So, what have I sewn this week? Well, I did sew a couple of things. So I did get the shirt made for my daughter. So basically, I reused fabric that, so this shirt used to be mine. I reused fabric and made it smaller, so I took apart the seams and cut out the new pattern pieces and made it my daughter's size. And it fits her so much better. It didn't fit me very well. I seem to have made it a little bit tight when I made it. I didn't make it big enough. And this isn't really stretchy. It has a little bit of stretch. But there's not enough for like the knit requirement. But this I did a size 10 for her. But the sleeves are like a size 7. But it didn't lengthen like the torso any. So that was weird. But I did add the band and sleeve cuffs to this. So it is finished. I did get that done. And then my son's like, but where's yours? I'm like, well, I made Elizabeth's out of mine. He's like, oh, he was so sad. Okay, and then what else did I get sewn? Well, I decided that I was going to make me an Uber sign. So, right here, I did it in gray because I don't have glow-in-the-dark black. But I had a glow-in-the-dark gray. And then the lines around it, granted there's a little squampus there. The lines around it are glow-in-the-dark also. And then on the other side. And the reason why that's not centered is because I off-centered it. Instead of putting it in the middle, I kind of put it up. And so I should have just really kept it in the center. And it would have looked better. But it'll be okay. And I think I like this side better. But if it was all black, that would be good too. So I might make another one. Looks pretty cool. But yeah. So I have that. I might make another one and just reposition that in the center and just make it all uppercase. I think I like the uppercase all better anyways. Alright, and then one more thing I sewed. Yeah, so like a total of like 3 things this week, but this one took a little bit longer. Just because I tried hand stitching most of it. And then I realized using the felt squares like this that are more stable. So they're just like more stable. What? Okay. Hopefully no more interruptions. Right, so my son the other day was like, Mom, you're gonna make me one. And I'm like, really? I'm like, I guess we're gonna have to look at some YouTube videos. So we watched a couple and I wasn't impressed. But I did find one that actually gave us the pattern pieces. So when I printed it out, I printed out 2 copies. So, and it was a leisure DIY. She had like, I think 200 videos. But I will link her channel, or their channel. I will link the channel in the description box. How's that? But, and I'll link the, when I link the channel, I will link the video also. Just because. But so here is the Sonic head. Here is the parts for like the gloves and the shoes and the leg and the hands. And this part was part of the face, like the eyes and the face and the ears and nose and stuff. So here is a little thing. Now, originally I didn't have the green eyes. And then I had to sew those on like an afterthought, because I got it finished minus the green eyes, and my son was like, Mom, I wanted green eyes. I'm like, really? It's like, yeah. So I cut out little circles. And the little circles for the eyes, it worked out really good as like just cutting out the circles out of the same template for the nose. So it worked out good. And it doesn't look the best, you know. I think I would change some things, but I might have overstuffed it. But it just didn't look right, like having it all like flat against it and stuff. So I just kind of, you know, it just kind of sticks out some. And it's a little squampus, but it's okay. And then the ear. This one just kind of sags down a little bit more than this one. And then there's the little spikes, and there's the front. And I finished it last night, and you can tell that he's already gotten lots and lots of use out of it. So I made this with felt. This had felt pieces. Now it does say to use fleece, but felt works fine. And I didn't use fleece because I didn't want to go searching through all of my bags of fabric and everything to find my fleece. Like, I have the fleece pieces, like the fuzzy and like kind of like a terry cloth fleece stuff. I have it all in a, like, all in bags together, because I kind of like put the like fabrics together. So, but I just didn't want to look through all that. So here's that. And then I did do the little hands. There's the feet. So yeah, the red really does do a number on this. But yeah, I got the red. So when I cut it out, I actually cut out like 2 pieces. Well, 4 pieces of the red instead of just 2. And then I realized that I needed the black for the bottom. I got that. But I think it turned out pretty good. And it worked out okay because it was the felt and it's stiffer, and so my sewing machine wasn't going to eat it because the line. So let me just try to draw a line here. So you trace out the piece, but then so if this is a traced out piece, so if the piece was like sitting like that, you would trace it, you would draw around, but then you would cut just so far off that, and then you would follow the line for the stitching. So at first I did a lot of hand stitching, like this part here. I did all that hand stitching and realized that there's got to be a better way. I think like even the arm I did hand stitching, but then I realized, you know what, I am just going to sew this on the machine. So most of the rest I sewed on the machine, but attaching it to the body, I did have to hand stitch that. But attaching the eye pieces and this piece, I just used the machine. And if I remembered about the green eyes before, I would have just used the machine to attach the green eyes. The green eyes might be a little bit big. but it's okay. And then I got it all finished, and my son's like, Mom, it needs a tail. I'm like, a tail? But the pattern didn't come with a tail. Yeah. So, I made a tail piece. So basically, let's see. Yeah, it was this. I had taken and I had folded this piece, and I had like, let me show you. If I just kind of put this in there, it'd be easier to show you. So I had taken and folded the piece and pretend this is the fold. And then I just did and cut on the fold. And so I had the piece cut out, and then I just stitched along the open end and then flipped it. And so I only have one seam on the tail, and the seam's on the bottom. And it worked out pretty good. So we've got this little spiky tail. So yeah, it was fun. Yeah. So I was going to do some Tunisian crochet this week. I tried a couple times and I just kept on picking it because I'm like, yeah, this is definitely a skill that you kind of have to work on. Crochet, like Tunisian crochet, because it's different than regular crochet. So I had my crochet hook and I was going to do some crocheting. I kept on picking it, and so instead of doing crocheting, I used my hook to turn the pieces and to push out the ends. Yeah. You know, nice little hook there. And then stuffing it in these parts where my fingers don't quite fit in there very well. Like the smaller pieces, I just used this end and I just stuffed it in there. This piece, I like went along the seams and made sure the seams were where they needed to be. Poked out those corners, like the little corner edges. Well, they're a little curved corner. So I poked those out. This worked great. I guess that's one of the reasons why I got these things. Well, I got them from a thrift store, but I got them because I liked them, and they were crochet hooks. And not only that, it works good for pushing out corners. And then another thing, okay? My iron. It's a bad iron. Yeah, I'm not happy with it. Not happy at all. So, let me show it to you. See this little iron here, this Black & Decker? I dumped out all the water out of it. And it had to go sit in timeout outside for a couple days. Because I was using it. So I was trying to iron this fabric before I sewed on it because it was a little thing. See that like brown spot? That's from the iron. Let me see. Like I got this other brown smudge here. That's from the iron, and guess what? That smudges. That smudge is like the burning the fabric. This is 100% cotton, and iron, when you barely touch it to a piece of fabric, is not supposed to burn through 100% cotton. Yeah. I should show you my ironing board because I went to test it on the ironing board. Yeah, scorched it. See that scorch mark? It's all See that scorch mark there? Hear that? Yeah, it scorched it. So that took like a matter of seconds to scorch. And I could tell the iron was getting hot because it was starting to smell bad. So the iron malfunctioned. Nothing that I did. It was like a little temperature gauge or something in there that keeps it from overheating. It malfunctioned. Yeah. So, I'm thinking about finding my box and giving them a call and complaining. Because this iron isn't very old. Haven't had it very long. And it malfunctioned on me. And I really liked it. But I don't like that it burnt my ironing board cover. I'm only being there like a couple seconds. It's like, psh. So yeah. Stupid iron. Not happy. Alright. So, that's all I've done this week. Okay, so I've talked about what I've sewn. I haven't talked about what I'm going to be sewing. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure yet. You know, I did pick up some fabulous fabrics, though I don't think I've shown you. Because I did pick them up the other day. Because, yeah, let me show you one minute. Alright, so I did go to Walmart. Well, the reason going to Walmart is we needed to get a new, like, little tote, a clear tote for my son. So, of course I had him with me, but I had to saunter over to the fabric section. He wasn't very happy with that, but I don't care. I found some fabrics. Yeah, I did. So, I found this fabric. It's a gray and it's got the little designs. And it was 2 yards for $4. So like $2 a yard. And it's like I think it's like a bonded knit. Got a little bit of stretch. But it is cute. So you can kind of, like, it's got that side and that side. So it's pretty finished, you know. I like it. So I picked it up and I got it home and I was thinking about it. Well, let me tell you, I don't know why I think about jackets in the summertime, but my mind did go there. I was like, I know, I could make one of those like little, just a simple jacket, like throwover jacket for those colder days like in the fall. And then for the ends, that like the raw edges like this, I was thinking, I know what I'll do. I will take some bias tape and I will do like a Hong Kong finish, Hong Kong seam or whatever, where basically where you sew on the bias on the edges, like to cover up the raw edge. And I thought that would be great. So that's one of my ideas. But I love the fabric. It's either that or use overalls, but I'm like, no, it needs to be a jacket. That's what it's screaming to me. And then I saw this black. It's 2 for $4. And I didn't have to get it, but I couldn't leave it behind. Seriously. It's almost like the blue. It's like the same type of fabric. Oh, you want to know which blue I'm talking about? Let me grab it and show it to you real quick. It's this blue I'm talking about. But I guess they really don't match. But it reminds me because this got the flowers, and this got the flowers, and this got a little grid, and this has a little grid. But this is much cuter. But yeah, look at that. So yeah, I had to get that one. Yeah, I know, I don't need any more fabric. But I saw it, and it's like, I need to go home with you. And then I got one more, which was also 2 for $4. And I really liked this one. You know, just one of those things. I just really liked it. The first time really opening it, just kind of shows you the little designs and stuff. But this, opening it up, seeing the full thing, like all those geometric shapes. Wow, sir, that looks amazing. So, yeah, look at that border print. Granted, it's on the selvage. Border print on the selvage. Well, that's usually how border prints are, right? But yeah, look how glorious that is. Oh my. So yeah, that's one I had to get too. I thought about other ones, but no, those are the 3 that I got. I limited myself because I had my son with me. And he was getting angry at me because I was looking at the fabrics. Alright, so this is July 4th weekend. And Jen gives us prompts that we can talk about every week during the months. Well, this week I decided I would participate in that because I actually remembered. Go figure. So, it's like talking about Independence Day and how independent of a sewer we are, and do we always follow the instructions on a pattern? Do we follow it to the word? No. You kidding me? You know, sometimes I just have to change up things. I do. You know, like I add pockets to a jacket that doesn't have, well, I add inseam pockets and other things because that's just the way I am. Alright, well, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Stay creative. Talk to you next time. Bye now.